Hello, hello, hey, how's it going? Oh my god, Dupree, you're back. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yay, I'm gonna play more Sir Brante today. I'm not sure if you checked the VODs, but um, we're up to like chapter 3 now, halfway through chapter 3. So, yep. It's gonna be fun, hopefully, if I don't die. Yeah, how have you been? I'm good, I'm doing well. Oof. Okay. Alright, I'm ready. I got everything set up. Okay, I'm ready to get started. Let's go. Hopefully I don't drop frames, and hopefully I'm not too big. I think this is fine. Okay, let's get started. Oof. Alright, chapter 3, Youth. Matters of Faith. Yeah, so I went down the clergy lot, I think. I don't think, I know I went down the clergy lot. Um, I think I only had three choices, right? Stay lotless, boy that's loud. Stay lotless, go for the noble lot, or go for the clergy. And I just went for clergy for now, for this playthrough, I think. Maybe I can unlock some other paths after I've played this game once. Probably not though, it doesn't seem like that type of game. Um, but yeah. Alright. Okay. Yeah, what do you think about the clergy path? Any thoughts? Any input? Okay, so we're on uh, 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 chap matters of faith. Okay. So what happened before this? Let me just refresh my memory real quick. Right. Yeah, okay. So I sided with the new faith. I think I've already collected all the things I can possibly do it. It's full of lore? Okay, that's good. Something to look forward to then. Yeah. Probably shouldn't collect this whatchamacallit. This badge. Yeah, alright, let's go. Matters of faith. The months fly by now. Every day at the seminary is filled with study and work. You are being trained to live by your new lot. There can be no rest from service to the twins. You are well acquainted with your instructors now, and with each passing day you come closer to being their equal. Every month, you and your class learn more about the sacred scriptures, and the life and routine of the church, and how to guide others to live by their lots. You learn about the founding of the church and the three councils at which the twins' first disciples first established the dogmas of the faith. When the first council met, they pronounced that the twins' faith would be the only faith throughout the empire for all eternity, and that the Tempest dynasty would rule the land by their will, for they were chosen by the gods. Makes sense, but who's the first council? Let's see. The first council also condemned all magic within the empire other than the wonders sent down by the twins themselves. Okay, but how do you tell what's magic from the gods and what's not? The Inquisition was created to enforce the order established by the twins and cleanse all heresy and sorcery from hearts, minds, and bodies. Uh-huh. Okay, so is that like the subdivision within the church? I think it is. Like inquisitors aren't normal clergy, right? Aren't normal priests like me. Yet, well, I'm not even a priest yet, but yeah. Mages and witches were offered two choices. They could either accept the collar and reject their powers, or perish in the ritual of purifying flame. Yikes. What if they run away? What if they choose violence? When the second council met, the Holy Order was founded. It became the mighty sword wielded by the church against its enemies. Oh, Holy Order. And is that separate from the Inquisition? Might be. Nobles who sought to serve the twins with their arms formed the ranks of this order. Okay. So the Holy Order is made out of only nobles, I think. Maybe? Probably. But they're not clergy. Inquisitors are priests, right? But the Holy Orders aren't. They're nobles. They're soldiers. That makes sense. When the Third Council met, the two books of Prophet Icetius and the accounts of the twins' own lives were deemed the sacred scriptures of the faith. Okay, that's pretty late actually. I thought those things would have happened before, even the first council met. But okay, it was then pronounced that no more councils would ever be convened, so that the foundations of the faith could never be warped. That's a bit weird, man. That's a bit weird. You gotta have amendments, right? Gotta be flexible, man. Agile. Development. The main dogmas of the faith are the same for everyone. However, the seminary students prepare for the lot that lies ahead in different ways. Okay. Okay, some of them study the scriptures, spending hours at the temple every day, attending every sermon, and mastering the art of preaching. Jian often appears among their ranks. These preachers ardently follow the age of traditions and dogmas, doing everything as it was done hundreds of years ago. Okay? Others, you call them supplicants, rarely attend sermons, but spend plenty of time in prayer rooms and temples and by the altars. These supplicants are seeking the twins within themselves and looking for them in the signs and revelations they experience. Okay? But which one am I? Which one am I gonna be? There are still others who are never seen during sermons or in prayer rooms. You only see them during lessons, and when the lesson is over, they cross the gate of the seminary and disappear into the city, often waking you up when they return in the small hours of the night. Whoa, party priests. Maybe they're not partying. I don't know what they're doing. The secret society, you call these students, who are clearly united by a shared mystery. Maybe it's because they're part of the new faith, maybe? Underground movement? There are only a handful of them. When they meet, they sit at the same table and speak in hushed whispers, falling silent if anyone tries to approach them. You have not joined any of these groups yourself. For now, you spend your days and nights in study. Today is yet another ordinary day at the cemetery. You sit in the common room, reading a book, when Jian approaches you. Hello, Jian. Why are you always alone with your books? You should learn from your elders and attend sermons if you hope to walk the path of a priest. We can go to the next sermon together if you wish. Leave me alone, Jian. What if I just don't want to talk to anyone, okay? You promise to consider her offer. As priests, you will be bound by the lot to the will of the twins, not the will of your instructors. Ooh, got him. That's true, man. I don't have to do what you say. I only have to do what the gods tell me. Still, the will of the twins is a mystery, and their revelations are ever involute. Come to think of it, learning from senior priests and studying their habits might be the best way to understand your lot. Lost in thought, you look at the enigmatic handful of students sitting in the faraway corner of the hall. What mystery are they hiding? What path have they chosen to walk? They're spies. Ooh, you need to decide what to do next. One way or another, Jian is right. Your books will never do your preaching for you. Infiltration! Okay. It's gonna cost me some willpower, but this is probably the most interesting choice. Infiltrate a secret society. You can search for divine within yourself. Gain some willpower, that would be nice. Or you can join the preachers. Nah, I don't think I'll do this one. Who needs the old style of doing things, man? We're here with the new, baby. It'd be good to get those stats. Those stat farm could be nice. I'm pretty much focused on, I don't know, eloquence, manipulation, and scheming, probably. So it would be great to get one more scheming level. Yeah. Been told my stats are really balanced. That's probably right. Seminarist. Okay. Not a priest yet. Alright. Yeah, I'll probably pick this. Spend my willpower. It's only 5. It's not like 10. Sermons and prayers are something you already know. Right now, you would rather learn something else, something new. For several days in a row, you attempt to take a seat near the enigmatic seminary students. They eye you with suspicion and avoid you every time. I'll get into you. When you realize that this approach is not working, you try to ingratiate yourself with the member who seems most eager to talk. You inquire about their secret meetings and promise to keep what he tells you a secret. He tells you nothing, but he does say that he will consult with the other members of the society. What if it turns out that they're just like in a secret conspiracy club, but they're not actually doing anything nefarious? They're just like nerds for conspiracies. That'd be fun. I spent my willpower for this, huh? Damn it. Alright, several days later, one of the enigmatic students nonchalantly invites you to take a walk with him and the others. You nod. You're strongly warned that everything that happens here must remain a secret. You swear not to tell a soul. You are going to a sermon. One of the students whispers in your ear as you walk the streets of Eterna. But, he adds with a crafty smile, you have never heard a sermon like this before. It will turn vision of the twins upside down. In the end, curiosity gets the better of your doubts. Let's go. The students lead you to the basement of a lavishly decorated house. There are at least 50 more people in the basement hall, many of them dressed in the latest fashion. Ooh, you can even see college students among the crowd. They're all waiting for someone. All walks of life. Oh, who is this? I don't think I've seen this guy before. Finally, a stout man with a bald spot walks up to the pulpit. He's wearing a cassock, but you notice that he is not wearing the twins' cross. Wow, heresy, what the heck? He seems good-natured enough. His plain face is lit up by a serene smile. Father Mark. Greetings, brethren. It warms my heart to see new faces here. My name is Father Mark, and I say to you, reject the twins, cast them aside. What? Oh my god. The bell. For a moment there is silence. You look at Brother Mark in terror, then at the seminary students who brought you here, then back at him again. The other students are staring at the false priest with what can only be described as adoration. What? But the twins, we've seen them. The truth is that there is no difference between eternal bliss and eternal suffering. Okay. I mean, I beg to differ on that part, but okay. We will be deprived of our will in the hereafter, deprived of our very selves, immersed within the will of the twins. Okay. Yeah, I guess if you believe that, you'll just cease to exist and lose your individuality, like, that kind of makes sense. That, like, who cares who's suffering or who's, you know, living in eternal bliss if I don't exist anymore? Like, my consciousness will not be mine anymore, maybe? That kind of makes sense. But you know, how would you even prove that? Who knows? Not like you can prove that. You know, you can go to the top of the bottom or the bottom of the pillar anyway, but there will be no we in the hereafter. Our existence and our freedom exists only in the here and now. We exist only so long as we live in this world. Okay, okay. Interesting take for clergy to have, but yeah. If we resign ourselves to the lots, if we resign our lives to the will of the twins, we willingly deprive ourselves of our one chance to live, even in the short time we are allotted. We can only be our true selves and live our lives to the fullest if we reject the gods and cast away the burden of the lots. Okay? He's an existentialist. Life is short, and so we must strive to do everything before it ends. There will be no desires after the gods judge us, nor will there be any way to fulfill them in the hereafter, for we will have no will of our own. Okay? Our will exists only now, so focus on worldly life, my brethren. Reject the divine law and write your own law here in this world. Okay? Father. Father Mark's speech is long, very, very long, and his mellow expression never changes. This man is a heretic, yet everyone admires him so much. After some time, you start thinking there might be a kernel of truth in what he is saying. Every person lives their life bound by their lot, by tradition, by duty, by honor. Your entire life is predetermined, whether you like it or not. And an opportunity to cast off this burden and seek a different way feels fascinating, even thrilling. I feel like this take makes a lot more sense in like a world where you're not sure if the gods exist, you know? But in this world, you're pretty much sure that the gods exist, because you know people come back to life, and I don't suppose it's too uncommon either to like have visions of gods when you die, right? Like I do, because I don't think I'm especially divine of a person like Sir Brante. Um, yeah, but I guess the argument you could make here is probably that if the gods were real, and we know that they are, even so, the gods would probably want you to live your best life. You know, if they were good and if they had your best interests at heart. So you should do what you want, because what you want is maybe what they wanted you to do, what they planned for you to do, kind of something like that, maybe. Almost feels like it's about perspective. Yeah, like not looking at, you know, your own fate as a burden, and instead just rethinking about it in the sense of like whatever you do, it might end up to become your fate. Something like that. Who knows? Father Mark is a splendid orator. His words are simple and powerful, and none of them ever fall on deaf ears. You cannot help but feel respect for this man, even if you cannot accept what he is saying. Aw, so Sir Brante's too close-minded, man. There's no choice here. Gods are like children that got an ant farm. They don't have a plan. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, maybe they are just creators. They might love you, but it's you could argue that maybe they don't care about individual circumstance, maybe that they just care about everything as a whole. But that's kind of like looking at the gods from a human lens, right? That's kind of like assuming that they're not all powerful and not able to cater to everyone's needs. Because like as humans, we can't really do that. We can't take care of every single individual ant in our ant farm. But that's because our powers are limited, right? Our ability to like control things. To keep track of individuals in our own heads. Individual ants in our heads. So that might not be applied to something that's all powerful. Anyway, I'm not religious. Hey, You keep thinking about his outlandish sermon after you return to the seminary. The sermon was like a breath of fresh air. It gives you a glimpse of the very freedom Father Mark was talking about. Ooh. You broke the rules. You strayed from the choices they wanted you to make. Yeah. You sought other answers, sought something unlike the common knowledge truths, and you liked it. Tonight you felt alive. You felt emotion. You were outraged. You were enchanted. Got a reaction out of ya. You were part of this world, and the world gave you the strength to keep on living. Okay, exhausted. Oh no! Oh, my willpower is at 0 already. Dangerous one. Okay, I definitely need to farm some willpower then as soon as I can. But I feel like that was worth it. Like that was like essential piece of lore, I think. Maybe. At least for me, that's something that's super interesting. Okay. Alright, another year has passed. 2 major events take place while you are busy living your life. Firstly, Cornelius Tempus is no longer the great chancellor of the empire. What? Cornelius, what happened? He has been ousted and sent back to his province. Oh, his replacement is the Archduke of Monia, Ergerius Monrogue, the same Monrogue who sought to shut down the college. Oh no, the most powerful lord in the realm finally convinced the emperor that his brother Cornelius was giving too much freedom to the lowborn. Oh no. New president. Ah, shit. Now the policies of the empire will be reversed. Many fear that the new great chancellor will destroy the imperial code of laws and the other achievements of Cornelius. There are cautious rumors among the people. They say the new great chancellor is going to revoke the rights of the common law to be ennobled by the mantle. No, how could this be? Oh, good thing I'm not a noble. Or even planning to be a noble. Got him. Secondly, Magra, your homeland, now has a new overseer, Gaius Tempus, the older brother of Emperor Otho II. Usually the overseer of a province is its archduke. After all, it makes sense for the province's most powerful noble to impart the emperor's will to the locals. Yet now this age-old tradition has been broken, and to no one's surprise, Archduke Tarquinius Melanius is absolutely furious. Yep, how dare you take away his title. Man. Gaius Tempus used to be the main supporter of his brother, former Great Chancellor Cornelius Tempus. The nobles at the Emperor's court say this is a stratagem by the Argnian gentry, who want Gaius removed from the court affairs along with Cornelius. So first they took away the Cornelius's I don't know, his title, maybe? His job? Took away Cornelius, and then they also don't want his main supporter to be around in the capital, so they gave him the province, right? Like almost like reassigning him to another part of the country so that he's not in the capital anymore. Either way, Gaius and Marquinius Melodinus will be at each other's throats over the province. This does not bode well for their future. Yakers. One thing is clear, Magra, your home province, is about to face great changes. Hey, what? I thought peace would go down, but I guess not. Oh, maybe it's because the new ruler is like authoritarian. That's why you get more order. And power. Current balance of power in Magra, and who rules the province? Okay. Criminal relationship. Ooh. Spring is in full bloom. The city of Eterna is a sea of flowering trees. The apple trees are particularly prevalent. You see them growing everywhere in the seminary yard alone. How nice it would be to sit here with a good book, enjoying the apple blossoms and getting lost in important thoughts. But there is no time for that. A recent incident has the entire seminary on edge. One of the senior seminary students has been accused of having a relationship with a witch. Ooh, so scandalous. The Inquisition had been watching the girl for a long time. When the lovers met and the Girl put a floral wreath on the student's head. The Inquisition spies saw it all. The lovers were immediately arrested. Okay, but how do you know she's a witch? You probably saw her doing magic or something like that, because that stuff's not uncommon, I guess. You hear about it from Jian. She looks very anxious when she comes to you to discuss the news. Are you going to watch the trial? They're only allowing priests and seminary students to attend it. We have to be there. It's an important case. We could learn so much from seeing the Holy Tribunal in action. You agree to go with her. After all, the case is highly unusual indeed. Junius Diamant, one of the leaders of the new faith, has stepped forth to defend the student and the girl. Yeah, that's my boy, Mr. Diamant. You've already met the other leader of the new faith, Luke, Patriarch of Archnia. But Patriarch Junius holds much more authority. The seminary students speak of him in hushed voices and only when the instructors are not around. Junius Diamant is more than a patriarch of one of the provinces. He is an Archnian hailing from one of the great dynasties and the leader of the Holy Order, the Empire's finest knights in service to the Twins' church. Okay. Yep. The prosecution will be represented by Father Ulrich. Damn, this is like a high profile case, man. He's a powerful inquisitor and the head warden of the House of Humility, the fortress that collars all mages and subdues their wills to the service of the Inquisition. Ooh, yikes. You have heard of him. He is a fierce man who is ardent and merciless in service to the twins. Okay. The day comes. The spacious courtroom is filled with people. All the seats are taken. The judges sit at a long table upon a platform. There are 10 of them, all high-ranking members of the church. To the right of them is a man in a black cassock. His head is shaved, his back is perfectly straight. This man, Father Ulrich, a true and lawful inquisitor, will represent the prosecution. Okay. Let's hear it. To the left of the judge's table stands an Archnian. He is wearing a white cassock with a cape of white and gold on his shoulders. The Archnian's blue hands rest on the edge of the table, and his expression is that of perfect calm. This man, Patriarch Junius Diamant, will represent the defense. Oh my god, the trial of the century. All the big names are here. To the left of him sit the accused, a young man in a seminary uniform and a young girl who looks like she just came back from the foot of the pillar. Yikes, they are both bound in chains. Even from your distant seat, you can see that the inquisitors have shown her no mercy. The girl's face and neck are covered in bruises. There are bloody wounds on her left hand where her fingernail should be. Ooh, yikes. And her right hand bears a horrible black burn. Loud voices emanate from the stalls even before the trial begins. Some chide Patriarch Junius, while others call out Father Ulrich. There are more and more of these shouts with every passing minute, and soon a judge's gavel can do very little to rein them in. Stop them now! Security! The trial begins. Father Ulrich is the first to speak. Judges of the Holy Tribunal, and you, my brethren, this is an act of sacrilege beyond compare, committed within the walls of our own seminary. This man is a venomous viper, nurtured in the church's bosom. He defied all that is forbidden, and engaged in an act of hideous lechery, already a malefaction. But worse yet, the object of his lust is an abhorrent sinful witch. The young woman in question looks up. You see the color of her eyes, vibrant, radiant emerald, green like the tender grass of spring. You recall a cautionary tale. Such eyes are the mark of a mage who holds sway over wildlife and nature. Ah, okay. Okay, but that's just a cautionary tale, right? Surely you're not saying all witches who happen to have green eyes know nature magic, right? This blasphemer deserves nothing less than true death for what he has done. The walls of the church are no place for traitors and, oh god, licentious filth. We who bring the will of the twins to the world may afford no weakness. As for the witch, put her in a collar and cut off her nose so that her comely appearance may never again lead a righteous man astray. That seems a bit over the top. Why not just like the fact that he's not advocating for the witch to be killed kind of suggests that he wants to collar her and make her work for the church, I think. Right? Because, I mean, if the only thing you care about is, like, doing what's right, then, you know, maybe you should advocate to kill both of them. Not that that's something that I want to happen, but... I guess maybe their logic is the witch herself hasn't really committed any crimes. You know, she's just a witch by birth, maybe, and so she gets the choice to either accept the collar or die. Yikes. Why are all the arguments in the game hot? I don't know, man. Maybe not. Yeah, no. How come the actual priest who's on trial here isn't given the same choice? That doesn't really make sense. Okay, with that, Father Orric takes a seat. The man who rises next is Patriarch Junius. He is tall as a pillar, and you feel an inexplicable power emanating from him. He takes his stand before the judges. Even before he speaks, Jian winces in disgust. To her, an ally of the new faith deserves neither tolerance nor sympathy. Oh no, I have to hide my true allegiances to Jian. She doesn't know, she doesn't know. He's already drenched in sin, and yet he thinks he can talk justice. Junius Diamond begins to speak. May it please the tribunal, the accusation is indeed true. The young man before us is at fault. It was his duty to convince the lady he had befriended to renounce all magic, and yet he encouraged her profane practices. But Father Orric's proposal is far too severe. I seek no lesser punishment for the witch. This is a matter for the Inquisition, but the young man need not be executed. His life is the subject of my debate. Drenched in sin. Yeah. And his power is emanating, man. Okay, so even he wants the witch to die. Yikes. Or, you know, get collared at least, and live a lifetime in forced labor. It was not by force that the young man now stands before us. He saw the twins entirely of his own volition, and so I plead with the Holy Tribunal to spare his life. May he instead take the vows and habit of a monk, and a vow of silence, and be subject to corporal punishment, for the ways of the church are stern but fair. Wait, what's corporal punishment? I thought that meant the death penalty. Corporal as in maybe physical punishment? I don't know. This young man need not lose his life in order to redeem himself. How about just one life instead of all of them? Is it not possible to just take one life? That's an interesting question. Like, if you're found guilty and executed, can you not just take one? Cause there was some lore tidbits back then, right? That said, if you're executed for a crime, like found guilty in a court of law, then you just die a true death. But what if you don't want to punish them with a true death? How are you gonna kill them halfway? An accusation flies from the crowd. So Junius favors majors and takes them under his wing in his province. What? What? That's not even close to true. He's like, he doesn't even care about the mage right now. Look at the man who dares doubt our lots and reject the orthodox faith. We won't let your kind gain ground in Eterna. This in turn sparks a different cry. Another voice accuses Auric of being drunk with the power he has accused by enslaving those who wield magic. Alright, okay, yep. Yup. Patriarch Junius attempts to pacify his followers as accusations from the Inquisitor's side keep coming. Father Ulrich marks each condemnation of Junius and the new faith with an agreeable nod, his mouth a crooked smile. Wow. Yeah, you can see, I guess you can see how one of them is, I don't know, more gentlemanly, maybe? More of a good sport. And the other one is just like, hehe. Not very, what's the word? Graceful in victory, maybe? The crowd begins to move. Those who side with the Inquisition start pushing against the guards to exact their own brand of justice. Junius' followers do not stand still either. They rise and form a circle around the Patriarch, as well as the man and woman on trial. Oh no, they're gonna come to blows. Oh, corporeal punishment is punishment in this mortal world. Okay, that makes sense. Because corporal as in... Yep, as in this world, right? That's the word I was thinking of. Anyway, accusations fly and the air above the crowd grows hot with boiling rage. People are pushing and shoving. You hear screams of panic among the cries of outrage. You and Jian find temporary refuge on a podium rising above the human sea. Oh, the court is becoming dangerous. You must attempt to escape now or risk being trampled. There's still time for either Patriarch Junius or Father Auric to say something, to calm the crowd, remind them why they are here. But they are both frozen in confusion, unable to rein in the coalescent madness. What the heck? Perhaps you could make your voice heard from atop the crowd, or would it be more sensible to escape the chaos of this courtroom? Alright. Okay. Aha, I have enough stats to do both. And almost just enough, it seems. Flee the courtroom. Oh, but I really need willpower though. Ah, fuck. Okay. So I definitely, like, am siding with the student because I don't want him to get executed. Obviously. But also, I don't care about the valor stat or the theology stat that much right now, because I feel like that's probably more important if you want to go down the old faith path, right? And I'm definitely not gonna demand punishment because I don't want them to die. So I think it's best to just leave, to be honest, because I did say I should be farming willpower as soon as possible. Yeah, I even get relation with Jian. I guess that's good. Alright, see ya. See ya. Yeah, he may die, but I need willpower. Yeah. You take Jian by the hand and leave the courtroom before the conflict reaches its culmination. You push and shove through screaming inquisitors, frenzied seminary students, and red-faced followers of the new faith. As you leave, the hall behind you erupts into screams of rage and pain and fighting. Whoa. Priests fighting? But they're not spec'd for that. They're all defying their lots. That'd be something to say. Well, give me that option, you know? Tell everyone that they're defying their lots by fighting. Hehe. You ask Jian if she wants to stay here and see the end of the trial. The end of the fight? No, I've seen enough. This is too much like what happened to Alias. Alias? What happened to Alias? I don't remember. Is that the guy who got executed? Is that the new faith leader who got executed? I don't want to see what happens next. Let's get out of here at once. You make your way back to the seminary courtyard, where apple trees are in bloom. There are many white flowers, you can barely see the leaves behind them. After the din of the courtroom, the quiet here is deafening. So quiet you can almost hear your own heartbeat. Jian looks up with a quiet sigh and touches the white petals. It feels so strange. Oh, that's a friend. Ah, right. That's her singer friend. Okay, makes sense. It's like we're back in Anazote, beneath the branches of the silver tree. I wish I could feel that calm again, don't you agree? Carefully, Jian's hand touches yours and squeezes your fingers gingerly. Then, suddenly, she embraces you. You gasp with surprise and place your hands on her waist. Is this a chaste hug, or perhaps... Uh-oh. Her breath feels hot on your neck. Her eyelashes flutter against your skin as her arms glide up and down your back. You are not yet priest, you are not yet one with the clergy. You are not yet bound by the new lot, and for now, anything is possible. Oh no! This is lewd! Hem. She steps back. You part ways. Jian heads for the prayer room. You walk back to your monastic cell. Still, you look back once more before you leave. Jian is there watching you go. When she catches your eye, she looks away and leaves. Ah! 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 Yep, got my willpower back. Yay! Yay! I'm a priest. Yep. Yep. Can't get into that. You wanted to speak to Jan again, but she disappears the next day. Uh-oh. Some say she was sent somewhere else to study. Strange. Why did she tell you nothing? Why did she not say goodbye? You keep waiting for news from her at first, but as the days go by, your thoughts turn to the upcoming exams and the second sacrament. All the sacred scriptures, holy procedures, and sacred hymns have been memorized long ago. You know the names of every disciple of the elder and the younger, all the patriarchs of the provinces, from the very first to the present day. And, most importantly, your faith is strong and your confidence is unshakable. The exams are behind you now. Is my faith strong? On the day of your second sacrament, you come to the great temple of the twins, already dressed in a priest's cassock. Father Jeremiah holds your belt in one hand. He will conduct your sacrament. His other hand holds the sacred book. You are to kiss it to show your complete submission to the will of the twins. You approach the altar on the commoner's side. The jagged floor hurts as it bites into your bare feet, but there's a hint of pleasure in that pain. Okay. Is this like the same type of room that we had the first sacrament in? Yeah, like there's still a commoner side and a noble side. But what about priests? Where's the priest side? I thought there would be a special room for priests. You kneel before Father Jeremiah on the lowest of the steps leading to the altar. He speaks the words of your new lot above you. Him. Thou shalt not carry the will of the twins to the world. Wait. Whoops. Thou shalt now carry the will of the twins to the world. Whosoever cometh to thee, thou shalt give them guidance. The twins are love, and will, and law. Thou shalt bring it to the world. Thy new lot is to interpret the lots and give counsel in faith. Arise, priest. Hey, that's me. You kiss the book and stand up, confidence blooming within you. You now know the answers to all questions. You are now a messenger of the true word, the one who carries true understanding. You have the power to guide people towards a righteous path, to help them see the truth, to help them find answers. For the twins will it so. New strength fills you. By the grace of the elder, you may pray to him to heal and cure those who suffer. Wow, by the law of the younger, you may pray to him to bind your foes with his wondrous power. Huh. How effective is that? When no one is looking, you reach for your back. The mark of the lash is gone. What? You feel as though you can breathe more easily now. So like my commoner lash scars, they actually disappeared? Just 'cause some ceremony? The gods are real, they are watching. Maybe. Or maybe it's just magic. Maybe they're performing magic on me. When you kiss the book, they cast a spell. Okay, probably not. Probably not. On the morning after, you are to conduct the sacrament for the first time. Oh, already? No, can I like shadow some other priest first? Yeah, smite ability unlocked. That's right. I can heal and smite. Both my summoner skills are here. You walk into a small temple on the outskirts of Eterna. Acolytes are running to and fro, preparing for the ritual while you repeat the words of the lot that you must tell the children. Slowly, the temple fills with people. You stand at the altar now, the sword in one hand and the lash in the other. 3 boys are to receive their sacrament today. A little nobleman and 2 lowborn boys of the same age. Hey, that's like when me and my broski got sacramented on. The noble boy's parents are nervous and ask you to hurry with the sacrament, and so you begin. Why are they nervous? With confidence and proper pace, you recite the words of a noble's lot to the little boy kneeling before you. Oh, let me guess what's about to happen. The noble boy accepts it, and then the commoner boys are like, why can't we have that as well? And then I have to make a choice on whether I give them, on like what counsel I give them. Alright, that's my prediction. Then you carefully bring the flat of the sword to his lips. The boy kisses it, and you thank the twins under your breath. Okay. Thank you, twins, for not making me mess up my first job. Thank you. Yeah, what if my hands are shaky, you know? What if I accidentally slice his lips? Now it is time for the common children to receive their sacrament. You notice movement in the temple out of the corner of your eye. Someone is standing in the doorway. It's quite interesting that they schedule the commoners and the noble people to have their sacraments in the same time. I think that's probably pretty strategical as well on the side of the nobles, because it's like you're making the commoners witness the difference between you two, right? Because you're not happy just to have the commoners and the nobles be separated or segregate. You're trying to actually assert your dominance and your superiority over the commoners at every chance you get, to like further reinforce that knowing your lot narrative that they're trying to give, right? Yeah, interesting that they planned it this way, maybe? Maybe. You notice movement in the temple out of the corner of your eye. Someone is standing in the doorway. It is a silhouette of a woman. You recognize her. She looks sterner now, harsher. But the most striking feature about her now is her eyes. They are cold yet curious. Wait, is that Jian? Ooh, oh no. Something glints on Jian's belt now. It is the silver seal of the Inquisition. Oh my god. When did she join the Inquisition? You know what they say, and what they say is right. I did not expect it. How did she join the Inquisition so quickly? I just became a priest. I thought you needed to, like, thought it was like a PhD type of thing. First you become a priest, then you do your master priest, then you become an inquisitor, something like that. But I guess not. Do continue, priest. The boys stand before you, just like you and Nathan when you were boys. You were just like them at your first sacrament. The elder of the two kneels on the jagged floor. He winces slightly, but holds back the tears. You recite his lot for him and strike him twice with the lash. He shudders, yet humbly accepts the first suffering of his life. They bring the other boy to you next. He is kicking and squirming, his face is red with tears. They force him to kneel, and he falls on all fours. The floor draws blood from his hands. Adult hands hold him still. Adult voices chide him angrily. You say the words of his new lot and strike him once with the lash. The lash cuts right through the boy's shirt and soaks it with blood. The boy's cries turn to screams. No, I don't want to do this. You raise your head slightly and notice Jan's watchful eye. She is there waiting. Waiting for me to lash him again, probably? You look back down at the boy. He looks so much like Nathan. Just as frightened, just as distraught, just as defenseless. Oh, he looks just like Nathan? Okay, good. This makes it easier then. Nothing against Nathan, of course. You hesitate, unsure of what to do. The ritual must be finished. By your lot, you must bring forth the will of the twins and perform the sacrament of suffering. But this little boy huddling at your feet is so young, he will no doubt see so much suffering in his life. Perhaps you could show him that the world can be merciful too? I could tell the child to rise, sacrament is done. Or I could strike with all your might, just as the sacrament demands. Ha. Ha ha ha. Right, Jian, you know what? I don't care much for our relationship, especially now that you're an inquisitor. You pretty much stand for everything that I do not like in this world. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to have mercy on the child. You lower the lash, unable to bring yourself to strike again. Then you lean over the boy and help him to his feet. The temple falls completely silent as you apologize to the boy for hurting him. No one has ever done that. No one has ever done that in the history of sacraments. How can he do this? Perhaps the new faith is right. Perhaps the lots are just an error made by Isatius. You want to believe this as you look into the boy's tearful face. Yeah, can I call upon the the power of the elder to heal him right now? You can feel the parents, the acolytes, and the congregation watching you in confusion. Hey, you don't tell me what to do, huh? I'm the priest here. You guys priests, huh? Did you spend years of your life studying the words of the twins? I didn't think so. Didn't think so. How can he not slap? Exactly. The boy gets to his feet, sniffling, and you tell him to go and live by his lot. But on the inside, you are overcome by a surge of emotion. Ah, okay. I didn't even wink at him. I should have winked at him. Go live by your lot. Wink. That's what they want you to hear. That's what they want you to think, man. The system's oppressing everyone. Except for nobles. They're not oppressing nobles. But the system, man, you gotta burn the system down from the inside. There's a tense feeling in your chest as you think of your younger brother. You miss him so much. You cannot wait to go home and embrace your mother. Oh, the acolytes take the sword and lash away. Oh, away from me. For a second, I thought they took my sword and started lashing the boy with the sword. Jeez. And lash away. You turn to face the altar and mutter a quick prayer to the twins for this day. You hear quiet footsteps behind your back. You know they are Jian's. Her gaze burns into your back. You do not turn around. Wow. You can never show mercy if you are to carry out the will of the twins. That boy was supposed to feel the full burden of his lot. Why did you have mercy on him? The twins worked through me, so, you know, I think the twins did want to show mercy, so, you know, not really my call, you know. Jian takes a deep breath, ready to continue her indignant tirade. The next moment her speech is cut short by a powerful voice that would make anyone shudder. Oh, Father Ulrich. Enough, Sister Jian. This is not why we are here. Oh shit, why is he here? Why is he here? This is like my first day on the job, and then the CEO is standing over my shoulder. This really makes me feel anxious. You hastily turn around and see Inquisitor Ulrich appear from the shadows. Has he been watching you perform the sacrament this whole time? Ruh-roh. Father Ulrich, I beg you to reconsider. Brother Piper isn't ready to bear such a duty. That is for me to decide. You're fired. Jian frowns but falls silent, pursing her lips. Ulrich turns his heavy gaze to you. Uh-oh. Wait, what? For 2 years I have been watching you, Piper. Now the time has come for you to join us. Wait, he wants me to be an Inquisitor. Why? I'm probably the least qualified to be an Inquisitor, aren't I? All I've done so far is, like, go against the old faith. Ulrich hands you a scroll marked with the silver seal of the Inquisition. Brother Piper, the church is appointing you an Inquisitor. You are to return to your native land and protect our true faith against heresy. Nice one, dude. Say psych. Say psych now? No? No? Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm in danger. Jian pierces you with an intense stare. There is doubt in her eyes. Okay, you bow your head and accept the scroll from Ulrich's hands. Then you solemnly fasten the Inquisitor's insignia to your belt. By the will of the Church and the gods themselves, you are now a servant to the Holy Order of the Inquisition. Y'all ever been so bad on your first day on the job that they promoted you instantly? Henceforth, your life belongs to the Order. Okay. It already belonged to the church, right? But the order is like a sub-branch within the church. You shall fight against any apostasy that threatens the church and her flock. Cast aside your doubts, Inquisitor Brante, and be ready to fulfill your new righteous duty. Amen. Prepare yourself to set out for Anazote. A special assignment awaits for you there. Ooh, my first mission. Sister Jian will accompany you as a fellow Inquisitor. She will tell you everything else you need to know. Okay. Why? I thought I was finally free of her. With that, Ulrich abruptly turns away and leaves the temple. Your answer is not required. The will of the church is the law, and you must abide by it. You are left alone with Jian. Your sister in faith betrays no emotions. Her words sound sharp and dry. The time has come to bid the capital farewell, Brother Piper. We are leaving for Anazote tomorrow. Oh no, my relationship with her is kind of bad. At least she's wavering. We're setting her up. We're setting her up for the double agent side change of heart switch, right? Of course. With that, Jian leaves you alone in the temple. You turn back to the altar and finish your prayer. Gotta finish your prayer. Willpower, full of power again. That's good. 10. Sacrament of the priest. You have received your second sacrament. You are now rightfully ordained as a priest. Da 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 da. Alright. Diamant stands trial. Uh-oh. That's my boy. Just before you leave the capital, you overhear something unusual on the street. Junius Diamant, Patriarch of Estinia and one of the leaders of the new faith, will stand trial before a church tribunal. The Order of the Inquisition has accused Patriarch Junius of patronizing blasphemous witches and disseminating heresy. The Holy Tribunal claims that Junius Diamant was scheming to free all witches and sorcerers from the collars that fetter their accursed powers. And, what's worse, the Patriarch was also accused of forming the Lotless, a dangerous secret society based in the imperial capital. Members of this society have been assaulting inquisitors and priests of the church, as well as freeing witches from the cleansing fire, and helping them escape the holy law. Now the Patriarch must face the Holy Tribunal of the Inquisition in Eterna. By all accounts, this is a devastating blow to the new faith and the end of days for Junius Diamant himself. Well, you know, the trial has not ended yet, right? Anything could happen, haha. The Inquisition will make the most of this opportunity to rid the land of this unwelcome Patriarch, who dared to shake the foundations of the old faith. But then comes the sudden news of Patriarch Junius's reply to the Holy Tribunal. It is no less stunning than the accusation. Whoa. These words are nothing but lies. I will say this to anyone who dares to bring this accusation against me in person. But I want those hypocrites to bear the full weight of their responsibility for this slander against me, my flock, the Diamant dynasty, and the Holy Order. I agreed to stand trial before the Holy Tribunal, but I will face them on my own land and on my terms. Patriarch Junius has already received strong support from Patriarch Luke and many priests across Archnia. Parishes of the new faith throughout the empire are now speaking out in support of Junius Diamant. The Church of the Twin Gods is about to be rent in twain. What does that mean? To be rent in twain? I've never heard that expression before. Twain. Like, split in two, is my guess, from context? The Inquisition has no choice but to revoke the trial in order to avert the coming schism. Ooh, forced his hand. Damn, Junius. Such a smart politician. Their new official stance is that Patriarch Junius has been wrongfully accused, and the Holy Tribunal will now apply more cautious judgment during any further trials against the followers of the new faith. Holy shit, got him. They rented. What does that mean? I don't know either, man. This rent in twain? I don't know. They rent it on Airbnb, yeah. Following the teachings of Patriarch Fotis is no longer seen as heresy by the Inquisition. Oh my god, got it. So easy. When they come for you, just say no you, and then all your problems are solved. Understandable, have a nice day. Hey, you're a heretic and you let witches go and demand equal human rights for witches, and you're evil. Nope, I'm not. That's false. Understandable. Have a nice day. That's how that went, basically. Is my tail floofy? Yes, it's pretty floofy. Yes. The trial of Junius Diamant has been averted, but the divide between the church is only deepening. The new faith has directly challenged the old faith. Yeah, 1v1. The result is uncertain depending on who you ask. Some say Junius Diamant all but pled guilty. Others believe the Patriarch and the alleged rebellion against the church as well as the Inquisition is nothing but a ruse. Huh. There are also people who think the entire situation sounds like one of the secret chancellery's dirty deeds. The Illuminati. One way or the other, the Patriarch of Astynia and co-leader of the New Faith remains at his post, but for how long? And how will the Old Faith and the New Faith clash next? Churches have too much audacity. Yeah, especially in this world. Schism. Oh, but it's... Yeah, it's moving towards the New Faith. I love it. I love it. Wait, no, it's moving towards the Old Faith. That's the fall of the New Faith if I get to -5. That's bad. Huh. I thought that would go up. Because the New Faith is getting more and more leeway, it seems, but somehow power is tilting back. Yep. How's everyone doing today? How are you doing, Brittany? How's life? The Rigalta and Tarina rivers meet outside the city walls. You have barely left the capital since you came here all those years ago. A breeze is blowing in your face, and the bright noon sun hangs above the shining pillar. Your stay in Eterna has come to an end. You arrived here a boy, full of hopes and aspiration, driven by your family's expectations and the desire to live your life as you saw fit. You're okay, you're okay, okay. Pat pat. Pats all around. And now you have to leave. And this thought fills you with gentle sadness. Eterna did not become your home, and yet here you realize that you can be a messenger between the will of the twins and the people. You're the hand that shows the way, the interpreter of the gods, the man who guides others to the peak when they depart for the hereafter. Nah, I'm good. Just playing some games. Kind of tired lately, but you know, that's kind of on me as I sleep too late. Grr. You have never felt so close to the twins, but now you carry within you the love and wisdom of the elder and the law and power of the younger. After your second sacrament, you started seeing the twins' presence in this world everywhere. What will you see back in your hometown or by the silver tree? Is there a third sacrament? That's what I want to know. Change careers. Probably not. You have been chosen to serve the Inquisition. Why did they choose me? I still don't understand. Now you are more than a mere priest. You are a shield of the church that wards away its enemies and false doctrines. Mate, I am the false doctrine. A pain in your chest. Oh, wait. Maybe I could say the old faith is the false doctrine. The Inquisitors are the false doctrine. A pain in your chest, right under the twins' cross, echoes this thought. The new schism between the church and the new faith began in Anazone, but the city is still your home. Changes are coming, and, as an Inquisitor, you will have to face them. Raccoons are more trustworthy than human. Is that true? I should say yes, but I don't know. I can be pretty nefarious sometimes. Well, at least I'm not. I am a rogue after all. You think of Sister Jeanne often. She was your only companion during the years of study at the seminary. What? I don't have other friends? Sad. Dark character arc confirmed. Yep. Nah, man. It's not really an arc, is it? If I started that way, maybe I need a redemption arc instead. She will teach and assist you in your service to the Inquisition. What is the connection between you? Who will you become for one another? Okay. You exhale and close your eyes, feeling the riverside wind blowing into your face. Many things must have changed back home by now. Does mother still pray to the twins 3 times a day? What about the others? They used to repeat the sacred words after her back then. What about now? You could say that you are canny. Canny? Can me? I don't get it. Uncanny. Canny? Nathan probably follows mother's example. Every letter he has sent you has been filled with elation over your choice of the priest's lot. Please. Nathan failed to enter the seminary of Anazone. He said he got too nervous, and he wrote that he was ashamed of not being able to follow in your footsteps. It's okay, little brother. Pat pat. But being ashamed of failure is against the commoner's lot, you wrote back. Whoa, damn. My character skill and manipulation. Right. Okay. Canny? Yeah, I am canny. Wow, not yet clever though. Master manipulator. Okay. But a commoner must humbly accept failure, just as he would accept any other kind of suffering. Damn, dude. I am a priest now. That's such an eloquent thing to say. To convince your commoner brother to cheer him up. You should cheer Nathan up by bringing him a souvenir from the capital that will remind him of you. A token of love that says you believe in him. After giving it some thought, you head to the temple for a prayer book. You find the great temple of the twins surrounded by the unusual calm and quiet. By the usual calm and quiet. There are no loud voices coming from the people, no loud cries from the merchants. You approach a small bookstore by the temple grounds and examine the prayer books one by one. You search for one with the proper prayers for everything Nathan needs, for the good of the family, for humility, for meekness, and for following one's lot. A small book finds its way to you. The sturdy leather cover feels good in the palm of your hand. You thumb through the prayer book and nod. Everything you are looking for is here. He's just my common brother. Yep. Alright. You leave the capital the morning after in a carriage hired by the Inquisition. Eterna, the city where you spent 4 years, slowly disappears on the horizon. Will you ever see the capital again? You do not know. The prayer book is in your hands. Uncommon quality next, yeah. Fuck, got unlucky with RNG, man. Can I reroll? Reroll? Okay, so I'm getting a lot of relations with Nathan. But what about the rest of my family? After 4 years in the capital, you return to your home city of Anizote. We did it! Coming of age, the end of youth. I'm an adult now. I guess I'm not a Sir Brante, am I? I'm not a sir, I'm just Mr. Brante. Father Brante. Or currently Brother Brante? Maybe? I don't know how clergy works, to be honest. Like, when do you change from a brother to a father? When you get children? But priests can't have children, right? Or at least not in this world, right? The fuck? Okay, anyway, the years of your youth have come to an end. The time has come to leave the capital behind and return to your family and new business in your hometown of Anizo. New business? Church? The business of God? The years away from home were full of tumult and hardship. Like tumultuous, right? Like tumult. Okay. Your adult shoulders now bear the burden of your first life-changing decisions. Did you have the freedom to choose this lot for yourself, or was it your destiny all along, ever since your childhood years? This game is called The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante. In the rise and fall of the Arcadian Empire, if I remember correctly. All you can do now is follow the path that lies before you. Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure type of game where you can make choices and the choices you make give you stats, I guess, that affect your later choices, so on and so forth. Okay, chapter 3 is done. Okay. We went for the priest. Didn't let Alis die, which is probably good. Became best of friends with Thomas, but haven't seen him ever since. Sided with the new faith. Alright. Yeah, didn't get all of this because, you know, this is for another path. Ooh. I should wear priestess clothing. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if that's possible with like color change. I don't think that would be super easy to do though, unfortunately. Okay. Yep, didn't become a nobleman, didn't go for the old faith. I think I got everything else. Good thing I didn't die. I didn't even come close to death in this chapter. I guess that's for a different path, maybe. That you would even be in danger. Your personal qualities at the end of this chapter, you'll keep them for the rest of your life. Still a really balanced character. Just weak in battle. I'm not a fighter, I'm a talker. Silver-tongued. Dangerous. That's how scheming I am. Dangerous. Better watch out. Wait. This is a bug, right? Yeah. See, there's too many stats. So the stats page should really go for two pages, right? And there should be one page to show you your willpower and how many lives you have, according to this text, but I guess they just forgot. Because in the first 2 chapters, you only have 3 stats, now you have 6. So... Game? Game? Alright. Well, it's good to know that there's a revolt coming. Yep. I'm gonna go for your garbage. Now.
I returned from the capital a changed man. Yet, my hometown was not the same as I had left it. Fate had difficult times in store for all of us.
Peace time. time for peas. You and Jian are returning to Anazot together. You listen to the spinning wheels of the carriage as it makes its way along the road. You see the land of Magrath through the window, empty, desiccated by ancient magic. You are home, but you are no longer the boy who took this road to the capital 4 years ago. You are coming back as a priest. Could your family ever have imagined that this would be the lot with which you would return? Yeah, they could imagine it, yep. Probably not expected though. You will begin your service with the Inquisition in your home province. Okay. You love peas. I'm okay with peas. I used to not like them when I was a kid. But now they're okay, I guess. They just don't taste like very much, in my opinion. In this house, we are indifferent to peas. You'll be reunited with your family soon. And it feels so good. Reunited. Outcomes of the chapter. The most important event that will end this chapter. Only one of them will happen. Follow Auric. Okay, I'm done. Not reading any more of this. Convict Patriarch Cassius in a holy tribunal. Oh, okay. That's interesting. This is getting interesting. I have more choices now. Inquisition power, evidence against Cassius. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Cassius overthrown. I can convict him, or I can force him out of here. Ulrich bends the city to his will. Yikes. Who is Cassius again? I think he's the current ruler of this province. No, that's the Patriarch of this province, right? Oh, Patriarch is like the head priest for the province. I see, I see. Like the Archbishop. Probably, if there's not already an Archbishop in this world. Then it would probably go Archbishop and then Patriarch. And then the Pope! No, there's no popes. Okay, all-powerful Ulrich. Not going for that one. Torch of the New Faith. Okay, okay. New believers, zealots exact vigilante justice against the enemies of their doctrine. This would be interesting. True death. Frickin' die. Okay. So I want tolerance of the faith, probably. Yeah, okay. Tolerance of faiths. I want that to be a really high number for sure. And I can either have evidence to go down this path or go hardcore, all out, scorched earth, baby. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, what else can happen? Ennobled by the sword. Oh. Surely this will not happen. If I gain enough reputation and wealth, even if I'm a priest, my family can become ennobled. That's interesting. But I can't be branded by dishonor, so my reputation can't drop to the lowest tier, I think. Even if it then goes back up to 8, which is pretty much impossible anyway, right? How can your reputation go down to 0 and then back up to 8? Probably not. Same thing with wealth. Okay. Favored by the Overseer, Brante family becomes a hereditary dynasty of the sword, earning the favor of Overseer Gaius Tempus and a place at court. Okay. Still, yeah, you gotta need a lot of reputational wealth. Glorious bloodline. And the family of means probably is one or the other of like getting your reputation or wealth to the highest standard. Okay, ennobled by the sword. You succeed your elder brother Stefan as heir of the Brante family. Don't see how this could happen, but hey, you know, anything could happen. Family falls apart, Brante family is no more. Okay, I mean, worst things could happen. I'm a priest now. My only family is God. Events can happen to the Brante family in this chapter. Family of means. Get 10 wealth. Mother recovers. Oh no! Don't show me this right now. No, I know my mom's going to die probably unless I get my unity really high. My unity is 3 now, isn't it? That's bad. Robert adopts Gloria and she becomes a full-fledged Brante. Robert's my dad? Who the heck is Robert? Okay, anyway. Branded by dishonor. Okay, 0. Reputation at 0. Family at peace. Whew. Okay, so Stefan Brante will possibly be killed in a duel, and I will have to stop that if I want this. Unite the family. Unity higher than 7. So the only way to save mom is if we all came together to become the best family ever. Okay, Robert is my dad. Okay. Well, she's already adopted, right? She just needs to be adopted. Officially adopted. Okay. Okay, so I can't have Gloria marrying outside the family, and we can't have a secret plot if we want our family to be at peace. Huh. What happens if I unite the family? What happens then? Wait, Thomas Guerrero is exiled right now? What? You see Thomas off to his new life, far from all the danger and chaos. Okay, so he's exiled right now? Oh, probably because he's in the capital. He'll come back later. Okay, makes sense. Family ruins. Okay, glorious bloodline. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Glorious bloodline. Oh my god, everyone's clapping for me. Congratulations. Omedeto. Occupation. These you can accomplish on your chosen life path. Evidence against Cassius. So I gotta gather evidence to obtain evidence. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm a puzzle gamer. Yep. The new believers now have the right to fight back to defend their beliefs. Tolerance of faiths. Gotta go up 5, okay? Armed new believers. The Latari ritual. Enigmatic ritual of a long dead race. Ooh. This is fancy. I'm interested in this. Latari circle, okay. Collapse of the Inquisition. Okay, I would like to see this too. Inquisition loses authority and respect in the province. Order is now too weak to make Cassius face the tribunal. Okay, so I can overthrow Cassius in 2 ways. Either through the Inquisition or through the New Faith, I think. New Faith faces ruthless persecution against Trial Magra with no hope for reconciliation between the 2 doctrines. Okay. Probably don't want to do that. Occupation screen is now available. Yay, let's take a look. Okay, that's all? Okay. Order is strengthening. Religious riots. Okay. Let's bring that to 10. Chaos is the ladder. Peacetime. If we can count how many bars there are right there, we can know how many years left until the riots begin. Okay, the air in the carriage is stuffy despite the blinds that shut out the sun. It will take time to get used to the heat again. The scorching days are followed by freezing nights. Such is the desert in wintertime. Jan has changed drastically during her months away. You struggle to begin a conversation with her. In the end, she is the first to speak. It is time I told you of our mission in Anazote, Brother Piper. Okay, lay it down on me. Then why has the Inquisition decided to assign it to 2 recent seminary graduates? Yup, makes a lot of sense. The Inquisition considers me sufficiently prepared for this mission, and I vouch for you. Damn it, you shouldn't have, man. All I wanted to be was a priest, okay? I don't want to enforce church law. Okay, whatever. The mission that awaits us will take a long time to complete. I need somebody reliable by my side. Okay, Jian. I will remember this. Piper will remember this. Magra has grown restless of late. The teachings of Fotis have taken root here. Good. The local priests reject their duty. They tell their congregations to seek their lots within themselves. They claim the teachings of Saint Icetius are lies. And I am inclined to agree with all those things. Don't they see they're marching straight to the foot of the pillar and dragging their flock along with them? Nope. Can't say that I agree. Jan, you really have no idea what's going on, huh? She thinks I'm reliable, but I am her worst enemy. The church received an anonymous letter denouncing Cassius, the Patriarch of Magra, for enabling all manner of sects and heresies in the province and blaspheming against the gods. Okay, I can get down with that. Yeah? Because if I prosecute Cassius, was a proponent of the old faith, I can make the new faith rise up, right? And take his place. I will become Patriarch of this province. This report must be investigated, and should we find proof of his guilt, we're to remove Cassius from his post and defrock him. Defrock? Is that a word? I thought it was deflock. Like, yeah, it's probably deflock, right? Like he has a flock of followers and you deflock him? What the heck is defrock? Needless to say, this will not be easy. Right now, the Magran Inquisition is weak, respected neither by the nobles nor the clergy. Until they recognize our authority, they will be unlikely to obey us. Makes sense. This seems like the plot of some conspiracy movie where you send two of your least experienced inquisitors to a task that is like way above their experience level or pay grade, and then we are expected to fail, but instead, because we're main characters of the story, we prevail and turn the system upside down. Know what I mean? It's a conspiracy. Cassius has been Patriarch since Fotis' demise 5 years ago. He was elected unanimously at the Sacred Conclave of Magra. Sacred Conclave of Magra, not secret. He is beloved by his flock and respected by the clergy. We have therefore been strongly advised to investigate this matter in secret. Ooh, spies. My god, church spies, clergy spies. I love it. We must restore the authority of the Inquisition. Then, if Cassius is indeed guilty, we must find proof. Then, and only then, may we accuse him openly. The tribunal hearing against Patriarch Junius Diamant was a disgrace. What happened there must not be repeated in Magra. The church has entrusted Inquisitor Ulrich with this case. We are expected to assist in his investigation however we can and help protect Anizote against heresy. But I think we should be wary of him. Father Ulrich is a ruthless man and a zealous inquisitor, overzealous at times. They say he has burned entire villages to the ground. For the sake of the true faith. Oh no. We will do our utmost to restore the authority of the Inquisition, but I fear Father Ulrich may be inclined to abuse this authority. Please, for our sake, be discreet around him. Okay. Don't gotta tell me twice. Either way, our mission will not be simple, but we will restore the order in Magra. Let us eradicate every seed of heresy here and uproot the weeds of this new faith. Yeah, okay. I think we could, circle back around to that point and discuss that further, but yep. The city that houses the silver tree must remain a symbol of the true faith. Can I count on your support, Piper? That's full support. I mean, I can just say that, right? Yeah, words are cheap. I can say that just to gain relation. Or I can evade the question for some willpower. I don't think I need more willpower right about now. But stat farm, always down for some stat farm, baby. Yeah, I would probably need more eloquence. Actually, the new faith is no heresy. You make it clear to Jian that you do not see the new faith as a heresy. When it comes to purging false teachings and sects, bolstering the Inquisition's authority, or investigating Patriarch Cassius, you will be there for her. That's all true, actually. But half the clergy has recognized the teachings of Patriarch Fotis. There are even new believers among the ranks of the Inquisition. Like me. Those who preach the new faith see that the teachings of Saint Icetius are not perfect. The world has changed, and its laws must change along with it. The answers provided by Icetius 1,000 years ago no longer suits the Empire. The new faith is an attempt to resolve this contradiction. Jian raises her eyebrows. She is clearly astounded by your response. Yeah, on the outside, she's relentlessly follows the canons of the old faith, but on the inside, she's wavering. Aha. Ahahaha. Well, at least you were honest with me. I can only hope that you will think differently when you see those who defy their lots firsthand. You greatly underestimate the threat their dogma represents. The walls of Anazote finally appear on the horizon. A challenging mission awaits you on behalf of the Inquisition. But first, you are going home. Hey, I'm silver-tongued now. Oh, I already was silver-tongued. Oops. Okay, I'm an initiate now. That's nice. Yep, those are fantastic stats for me. I've only started my job as an Inquisitor, but already I'm pretty geared, pretty stacked out, I think. I'm on pace. In the service of the Inquisition. Start your work as an Inquisitor of Magra. Nice. Alright, 1 second. Let me grab some water. The carriage stops. Homecoming. The familiar gate, your bedroom window, the same one you used to climb out of at night from time to time. The well-tended garden with its imported soil. Designer, handcrafted, artisanal imported soils. Delightful greenery and mother's beloved violet irises. Water ark? Oh yeah, hell yeah. The porch you used to jump off of when you were little. You are home. You touch the arc of the handle of the front door and halt for a moment. It has been 4 years since you left for Eterna, but it feels like yesterday. The air inside is cool, as usual. Father cannot stand a stuffy room and insists on constantly airing out the house. Nathan's shaggy head peeks out from behind the sitting room door. Your younger brother is the first to reach you, crying out with joy. He embraces you tightly. Nathan is now as tall as you are, and his hair almost reaches his shoulders. But he still has the same lost look in his eye he had when he was a boy. Oh my god, it's Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo franchise. Bro, why does he look so old? What happened to him? Little bro? Little bro? Am I not like 20? How old am I right now? Isn't this guy like 17? What the hell? Okay, you're finally back, Piper. Home just hasn't been the same without you. And look, you're wearing a cassock, a true priest. I'll never be one, unfortunately. I didn't get into the seminary. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, little bro. Maybe next year, right? How come you can only take the entrance exam once? That's a bit weird. Just try again, man. He stares at the ground guiltily. You show him the prayer book you bought for him by the great temple of the twins back in the capital. May the light of the faith shine in your eyes forevermore, brother. Alcohol and drugs, ages of man. Yeah, meth not even once. But he seems like such a pious person, you know? Like, I don't think he would be drinking and drugging. It's weird. It's weird, man. What? Is this my little brother? Did I go into the hyperbolic time chamber? What happened here? May the light of the faith shine in your eyes forevermore, brother. Nathan clutches at the little prayer book and nods with gratitude. Mother walks out of the sitting room. Nathan runs to her. Oh, Mom, you haven't aged a day. Fantastic. She leans on his arm as he leads her to you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, the foreshadowing. Mother is bent. She has grown pale and a thin web of crinkles covers her face. She can barely stand unassisted. These are the troubling, telltale signs of the illness your brother and sister mention in their letters from home. Slowly she embraces you. You press your face into her shoulder, breathing in the nearly forgotten, dearly beloved smell. Mother holds your shoulders and studies you for a long time. You've been away so long, my son, but it was all for a good reason. I am so very proud you chose to follow the priestly lot. Never in my wildest dreams did I think my own son would bring the twins' teachings to the world and save other men's souls. To think I held you in these arms not so long ago. Mother's arms are thinner now. They feel nearly weightless. Gloria walks up next to you. She's dressed in men's clothing, including, I don't know what that is. Cutlocks? Culottes? Oh no. A frock coat and a necktie with a massive pin. She's almost unrecognizable in her new attire. There are dark circles under her eyes, as though from lack of sleep or frequent tears. Her first words to you are dripping with sarcasm. Well, hello there, my brother the priest. Can't say I expected that. You'll be the one watching over our souls now, I suppose. Hey, okay, no need for that attitude, okay? I'm on your side. She probably hates priests, I guess, cause they teach that you should follow the lots. But she doesn't know is that I'm part of the new faith. I'm gonna change everything, just you wait. You offer a composed response. You will always be ready to help Gloria if she finds herself in need of spiritual guidance. But you are not just a priest, you are also her brother. Gloria breaks into an involuntary smile. She finally lets her feelings show and embraces you. Okay. It's not that bad. Oh my god, Brante. I mean, Stefan. Loud footsteps echo down the stairs. Stefan appears. Your elder brother has grown taller and more broad-shouldered. You notice how harsh his features have become. He looks even more like grandfather now. Roro. Stefan greets you politely with a solemn nod. What's he doing here? Greetings, brother. It's a shame you returned with a cassock rather than a sword, but at least you weren't left a commoner like our youngest brother. Yikes. You may not have earned a noble lot, but your cause is important to the Empire. The Brante family welcomes you. As he says these words, you hear the door to Father's office open. Father looks older. His back is hunched and he squints. There are deep lines around his mouth and silver threads in his dark hair and mustache. He stops a few steps away and examines you from head to toe. You meet his gaze. When I sent you off to the capital, I didn't expect you to return like this. But you have chosen your own path. I am saddened that you won't follow in my footsteps, but such is the will of the twins. I accept your decision. Aw, thanks, Dad. With a bit of hesitation, Father comes closer and pats you on the back. There, son. Well then, time for dinner. Your mother has prepared a veritable feast for you. For the first time in years, the entire family is together. You can finally spend some time with another member of your family today. Oh, nice. I get to pick my favorite family member. That's my favorite gameplay. Okay, I could talk to my older brother. Business. No thanks. Spend some time with my younger brother. No thanks. You find out what has happened in your sister's life. Yeah, I'll probably pick this. Find out how mother is doing. Oh man, that's important too, man. But I gotta figure out what's happening with Gloria, right? There's a secret plot around. Okay. Let's check a little bit. Just a little bit. So my goals for the family, probably not to have them fall apart. I only need less than 2 unity to completely fall apart. That is kind of scary, actually. Okay. What do I care? I don't really care about being ennobled by the sword, to be honest. Or this. But I do want my mom not to die, if possible. Also, family at peace would be great, actually. Okay, I need Stefan not to die. And I need them not to be involved in the secret plot, whatever that is. And I need Gloria not to be betrothed to someone. Talk with mother, that's objectively better. Is it? Okay. I guess there's no downside, right? To talking to mother, you just gain relation with her. I don't think I need, like, as far as I can tell, I don't see any relationship requirements for these big things. I probably need it as like a sub step to achieve some other things like secret plot. But yeah, I'll find out how mom is doing. Makes sense if I want her not to die, to talk to her. By video game logic. Over dinner, you cautiously ask mother about her health. Oh, it's nothing, Piper. I have no complaints. I've just been a little weak lately. It happens at my age. I humbly accept whatever fate the twins have chosen for me. Having said this, she stops abruptly and looks upward. Father cuts in. You know, son, you should tell us about your life in the capital. Have you made any useful acquaintances? Our family could use some good connections right now. Wow, Dad. Not even a day back and you're trying to talk business. Okay, lame. You mentioned in one of your letters that you've seen the imperial family with your eyes. What are they like, the Tempests? Yeah, you have to relate the 4 years you spent in Eterna. Only later that night, while talking to Nathan on the back porch, do you learn more about Mother's health. I'll be frank with you, Mother isn't doing so well. Gloria and I do our best not to leave her alone. You can ask her questions, but her answers often don't make sense, and she keeps falling silent in the middle of conversations like she did today. Her illness is consuming her. Oh no. You know, if Mother passes, she may not be reborn. I dread to think what will happen of Father then, and of Gloria. Gloria has had it hard too lately. Stefan has treated her like dirt for the last year. I think he has plans to drive her out of the house so her origins won't taint the Brante reputation anymore. Stefan only cares about one thing now. Getting our family ennobled by the sword. So for him, Gloria is just an obstacle between him and his goal. Okay. You spent quite some time in silence, gazing at the radiant stripe of the shining pillar as it grows more and more luminous against the darkening sky. The Brante family is about to face some challenging times. Okay. It's gonna be 2 separate storylines, it seems. Like one for family, one for work. And in the end, they'll probably converge. Spring has come. The nightly chill of the desert loses its bite. Freudian slip there. I want some dessert. The daily heat dissipates in gentle rains. At the local Inquisition ward, you are greeted only by dust, dirt, and silence. The building is completely abandoned. It takes both of you several weeks just to make it presentable again. Father Ulrich is yet to arrive. You and Jian have kept your arrival a secret, but you cannot wait any longer. Today is the day when a sacred conclave must assemble in every province of the Empire. You will have to make your presence known to the brothers and sisters of the clergy and announce your mission to purge heresy and apostasy. Aha. Why do I have to make my presence known? Some church thing, I suppose, some church rule. During a sacred conclave, each province elects a patriarch to represent the faith for the next 8 years. In the old days, every man and woman of the flock had to attend the conclave, but that tradition is long gone. Now, only the clergy have a say. Conclave Day is a sacred day indeed. On this day, the twins themselves descend and reside within the temples of the empire. They bear witness to the chosen patriarchs of each province, the holiest among equals, the men who will speak to the gods themselves on behalf of their flock. Cassius assumed the patriarch, Kate, after the tragic death of Patriarch Fotis, and has not been presented to the twins yet. Wait, really? Nevertheless, there is no doubt Cassius will be elected by the clergy of Magra once again. The conclave is held at the temple by the silver tree. The last time you went there, you were just a little boy. You were struck by the tree even then, but now you gaze at it as though it were an old friend. As an inquisitor, you no longer need to touch the tree to feel the life beating in it. The square by the silver tree is rarely crowded, but today it is packed. All three lots are represented here in ample numbers. The nobles repose in soft chairs in the shade of the tents. The clergy file into the temple one by one. The common folk swarm the square, pushing and shoving for a better view. Why is everyone coming here? I thought only priests needed to come to this meeting. You hear cries of joy, a hum of approval, and applause. The common people do indeed favor Cassius. You and Jian have to push through the crowd to reach the temple doors. Not even Eterna had crowds this big. I thought we'd be trampled for sure. Before entering the temple, you place your hand on the trunk of the tree. It is remarkably warm. At least one thing is still the same. There are over 100 people in the temple. All the clergy of Magra are gathered here, from the abbots of the principal Magran temples to traveling preachers. Most wear the black robes of the old faith. In the far corner of the hall, however, you see several priests of the new faith. Few in number and dressed in white. They keep to the side. Can I get an application to join them? You and Jian sit in the front row. The others eye you with curiosity and suspicion. You catch your names among the whispers that fill the temple. It seems your arrival was a secret to no one. There's so much fear in them, so much hatred. Do you think they're hiding something? Or has someone poisoned their minds against our order? The cheering of the crowd drowns out Jian's words. Patriarch Cassius is approaching, blessing the people around him as he crosses the square. Now, is he calling on the superpower to bless people? Pew, pew, pew. It's like a lottery. If you're sick, just go stand in the front. Maybe he'll bless you, and you'll be cured. The patriarch enters the temple. The doors are locked behind him. The clamor grows quiet. That guy doesn't look like a priest, man. He looks more like a noble. Cassius has a pleasant look about him. Really? That's a pleasant look? A sturdy, middle-aged man, he greets people with a soft, peaceful smile. Alright, I guess he is pleasant. It's just the picture doesn't really show him that way, maybe. Those gathered at the temple rise from the pews to greet the patriarch. The priests in white cassocks are the last to rise. We'll send them a message. One of them, a priest of considerable age, catches your attention. You're struck by his clean-shaven face and the uncannily sharp look in his eyes. The trim of his cassock is embroidered with gold, and his hands rest upon a long staff to help him stand. That is Father Lennart. He has been the abbot of this temple for over 20 years. I remember him as a wise and kindly man, but my sorrow for him knows no measure now. Fotis' teachings have clouded his mind. The patriarch greets the audience with a dignified bow, and everyone takes their seats. Cassius slowly ascends the stairs to the altar of the twins and kneels before their images. The words of his prayer echoes throughout the temple. Ahem. O heavenly lords, O givers of life, the younger, defender of the world, judge and counselor, the elder, the spirit of truth and love, filling everything with his presence. We humbly abide by your law, by the free lots of Isitius. May the righteous achieve eternal bliss, and may the sinners suffer retribution without mercy. in your sight, I hereby relinquish my authority as Patriarch. May you allow your children to elect him who shall take my place. The air feels heavy, as though it is pressing down on you. The priests remain motionless, holding their breath. An incredible, all-consuming silence falls upon the room. In this silence, you hear the faint patter of footsteps across the temple. Pat, 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 pat. The moment slowly passes. The illusion fades, the air becomes light again. A staff taps against the tiles. The leader of the new faith approaches Cassius. Oh, they're gonna fight! They're gonna fight! 1v1! We have seen their sign. The twins are with us now. I, Father Leonard, abbot of the temple by the silver tree, declare the sacred conclave open. Father Cassius, would you please join the rest? With a smile, Cassius does so. And so the conclave of Magra must elect the Patriarch to speak to the twins on behalf of our faith for the next 8 years to come. Speak the names of those who are worthy. Several dozen voices answer his call all at once. Cassius, Cassius, Father Cassius. No other candidate is mentioned. Father Leonard rubs the bridge of his nose before he continues. So you have spoken the name of Father Cassius. I hear none other. Then let us begin the ceremony. Oh, that was really quick. What the hell? There's not even a vote. This is a case of like literally the loudest person gets to say. What? The acolytes give every priest 2 stones, 1 black and 1 white. An enormous bowl is brought to stand before the altar of the twins. Ah, okay, this is like a yay or a nay vote. So anyone can propose a candidate. But that's not fair. You gotta propose more than... You gotta propose all your candidates, right? Because in this case, then the first candidate to get more than 50% 50% of the votes would get in. That doesn't make sense. What if one candidate has an approval rating of 50% and another one has a 90% approval rating, but he was called second? Grr, that's politics. That's right. Yeah, what if he was deaf? True, true. Not very accessible, friendly. Yep. Sucks. Okay, once the stones have filled the bowl, Father Leonard begins to count them, dividing them into 2 piles on either side of the altar for all to see. I count 1 black stone for each new believer here. Does this mean that all the others trust him without reservation? Kinda cringe. Then let the will of the sacred conclave be done beneath the watchful eye of the twins. What about us? Did we vote? Did I get a vote? I don't get a vote, but my character voted, supposedly, probably. Father Cassius shall be our Patriarch. He shall be our voice before the twins and our mentor in this earthly realm. Oh bro, I just realized, we're like the IRS. We're auditing him. Or we're like internal affairs, you know? That's why everyone hates us. That makes sense. Like he's a notable member of the clergy, right? In power. And then we're the underdogs that no one that Father Ulrich trusts. Because we're so new, so we haven't been corrupted yet. We haven't been bought out yet. So we're here to spy on him. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're internal affairs. Cassius steps before the altar, the soft smile still on his face. Before the image of the twins, I accept my burden as Patriarch of Magra. May the wisdom of the younger and the power of the elder grant me strength in this service. The priests rise from the pews once again to cheer for the new Patriarch. Father Leonard raises a hand, calling for silence. Brothers and sisters, this conclave is concluded, but before we exit this temple to announce the name of the new Patriarch to the people, we must first hear out the inquisitors who have come to our province. Uh-oh. Awkward. GN, can you take over? Can you speak for me? They will proclaim their mission so that each priest may relay their words to his or her parish. You and GN take a step towards the altar, but an unexpected creaking sound startles those within the temple. The temple doors burst open, and an armed squad marches into the hall, champions of faith, warriors of the Order of the Inquisition. Oh man, they are led by Inquisitor Ulrich. He holds an edict sealed with 3 seals. What a dramatic entrance. He must know his timing really well. Maybe he was just waiting outside listening, waiting for the right timing. Who dares violate the laws of the sacred conclave? The doors of this temple must remain closed until a new patriarch has been elected. He was just late, man. He was just late. The patriarch's voice booms within the temple walls, as though the twins themselves share his indignation. And yet, Inquisitor Ulrich only raises his eyebrows in response. But Patriarch, the conclave has concluded, has it not? Oh my god, he was listening! I am Inquisitor Ulrich. I have been sent by the Order of the Inquisition to purge the last remnants of Tsar Milanidas' legacy from your province. Anyone insolent enough to stand in my way shall be branded an ally of the heretics and sentenced to true death. You exchange a quick glance with Jian. Purging the dark legacy of Tsar Miladinas from the province may be a trumped-up excuse, but it grants an inquisitor incredible authority. Here in Magra, it is all too easy to tie anything and anyone to the rebellious duke. Good. So we're lying about why we're here. Secret internal affairs, haha. There are 2 other inquisitors present here. I want their voices to be heard, not just by the members of the conclave, but by the common people as well. The clergy of Magra often tends to ignore or utterly distort the will of the Inquisition. I am here to prevent this from happening. No, it cannot be, no! His words are met with indignant cries, but Father Ulrich remains still, his piercing gaze transfixing Cassius, waiting for an answer. The Patriarch is perplexed at first, but he slowly begins to regain his composure as he recognizes the support he enjoys on the part of the clergy. Oh, he's scared, man. He has something to hide. You have no right to bring strife to this house of the twins. Magra never required the attention of the Inquisition when I was his patriarch, and nothing has changed. Our congregation's faith is stronger than ever. The confidence in his voice grows. The other priests support him with shouts of encouragement. Inquisitor Ulrich takes several steps towards Cassius. Those are powerful words, Patriarch. The Order of the Inquisition wants to determine whether or not they are true. If they are, we will leave Magra. Oh, you're approaching me? I can't audit the shit out of you if I don't. Ulrich gestures for you to come closer. But I have interrupted your speech, Inquisitors. Come, make our intentions known. I am certain the people will give you their due attention now. Brother Piper, kindly address those who have gathered here today from the temple steps. Why me? Let Jian speak. I get nervous in front of crowds. Oh, oops, probably shouldn't have become a priest then, huh? A preacher? Alright, okay, so no matter what I do, I gain reputation, and I also gain power in the... Oh, no. Either I gain power for the Inquisitors, or I gain tolerance of faith. Definitely want tolerance of faith. I mean, you fool. Father Ulrich, you fool. You appointed me as an Inquisitor. You shouldn't have done this. Because now I will sympathize towards the other side. You stand on the steps of the temple. The crowd watches your face, distraught. The clergy stares at your back, wary and alert. It is as though the entire city has gathered to hear you speak. I like the sound of this. One day I will become your patriarch. You tell them that the Inquisition has come to Anazote on an important mission, but it is by no means a mission of punishment. You have been sent here to save souls, to protect them from the dangers of heresy and magic. All of you, yourself included, are but humble children of the twins. Those whose faith is strong have nothing to fear from you. The crowd is silent. Jian stares at you in confusion. You hear hushed whispers from the clergy behind your back. but relation with Jian is getting low. Yeah, I don't care too much about the relation with Jian. I think it can be low. I just want it not to hit rock bottom, you know? I don't want anything bad to happen, but I'm also not focusing on it. It brings me joy to hear these words. To fight the scourge of magic is a worthy cause, but I doubt you will find it here in Magra. Now excuse me while I greet my flock and announce the conclusion of the conclave. Okay. Okay. They don't know we're investigating them yet. You breathe a sigh of relief only when you return to the Inquisition ward. Oh yeah, we do want her to convert. I thought that might come with the new faith. I don't know, it's hard. Okay, I'll try better to balance it, I guess. But yeah, if I can't get her to convert, I can probably get her to convert and go towards the new faith at the same time, right? Because otherwise, what would be the point of converting her if you can't get a new faith victory? Huh. Yeah, okay. You breathe a sigh of relief, blah, blah, blah. Inquisitor Ulrich is not pleased with you, and he makes no effort to hide it. I was told to act as your mentor. The first thing I will tell you is this. You must cast away all fear and indecision. There are luxuries we cannot afford. We are the servants of twins. We are their shield, their sword of punishment. We are the ones who must be feared. I am the one who knocks. Inquisitor Brante, you are supposed to show us strength, but instead you showed only weakness. You are supposed to remind the sinners of the inevitable punishment that awaits them. Okay, a little bit extreme, don't you think? You are supposed to strike fear into the hearts of the apostates, to show the flock that we are here to root out all heresy and sin. But instead you made it seem as though our mission will not affect them. Okay, you two will handle the affairs of the Order while I investigate the Patriarch's schemes. Dismissed. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye. Dismissed. Yeah, Jian, 1 lower. Father Ulrich, 1 lower. Oh no, Father Ulrich didn't even go down, strangely enough. Father Leonard, going up. That's good. Okay. Well, I think this is a good time for me to stop as well. Just as Father Ulrich has dismissed me, it is now time for me to dismiss you guys. Okay, bye-bye. Alright, we got past, we finished the rest of chapter 3 today. And started chapter 4. It seems like things will get interesting from now on. And I'll get a lot more interesting choices now. Like instead of just farming stats, which is kind of an abstract concept, where when you don't know what the stats do just yet, now we pretty much will have more, I don't know, substantial consequences, more direct consequences, which is good. Okay, yep. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Yep, thanks for stopping by, Dupree. Have a nice day, too. Bye-bye, everyone. Okay. Alright. Okay, how can I quit? Okay, quit to main menu. I will cough. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, bye-bye.